Well, like I said, how special is it to come back and, coach these young kids that who look up to you like this?
Always special, man. Coming back to the city of Thibodaux with great people like Trovon Reed, Bailey, Dwayne, Reed came down, told us, whenever we can to try to come give back and show our face to the young kids. Cause we already know it, all that means a lot to them, just for them to just reach out to me to tell me to come back, man. It was, just a special moment. It was a great opportunity to give the kids hope, a chance. And a lot of kids came out here, man. It was early in the day, so a lot of them could have been playing video games or something. They chose to come out here and get better. And I truly respect them for that.
What's the main thing you wanted to tell them? Advice from what you've been through over your life, and what's the main thing you want to pass on to them?
No matter what, man, adversity gonna always come. I had to face a lot of adversity, man. But if you got a dream, man, believe in that dream, man. Never let nobody take it from you. No matter how many doors close on you, that door gonna always open. It's gonna have a crack. You kick that door down, man, and just believe in yourself. Take a gamble on yourself.
You get to have a little reunion with your friends in the off season, man.
It's always great having a reunion with. Look at it, man. It's always a great time, man. Positive vibes, man. Every time I come home, that's why instead of me taking trips here and there, I took like probably about 2 trips with my girl and my son. But other than that, man, coming back home is always joyful. Seeing family, seeing friends, and having all positive vibes. It's always a special moment.
Man, it's always important for y'all to come back home. So how good was it for y'all to do this for the kids here?
All right. Man, it was very important. Every time I come to town, I'm trying to do something with the kids. Like, that's my whole plan. Before I even plan on what I'm coming to town for, my first thought is, what could I do to make sure I reach the kids, you know what I'm saying, before I do whatever I got to do. So coming back, having Amik, Suge, Turk, Wayne, Amp, all the guys, these boys showing up, it's huge, man. The kids have fun. I'm gonna continue to do it every time I come to town.
And that's the main thing you told them, I heard you talking about life, about football, just try to inspire them.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I gotta let them know, like, grades come first. You know what I'm saying? Before anything, listen to your parents, listen to your elders. Football come 3rd, 5th, somewhere down the line, but all of them important. And football is just as important as respecting your elders. And respecting your elders is way more important than football. So it all tied together, but make sure you handle those small things first, because if you don't, they could become big. That makes sense.
How great was it to catch up with these guys here and give back to these young people here?
It was great, man. It's always a blessing to get back with those dudes that, that take the high head and go and do something that those kids trying to do, like play college ball or play professional ball. To get here and get with Amik and get with Trovon Reed and all the other guys and get these guys in here and get some work, it was great. Taught them a few things that they may have not known. So it's always great to get with those dudes and give back to the community for sure.
Y'all always in here. Y'all always working. And I guess what made this even more special here today compared to what y'all normally would do?
Yeah, it's basically, them showing that this is home. This is where the work is being done at. Not saying that they got a lot of guys that's outside of here doing some great things, but they're letting them know where they came from. They started with us. They're basically like the poster childs of the program. So they just showing them that, work hard, no matter where you're training at, you need to be doing this type of thing to better yourself, competing against somebody, doing certain stuff to make your footwork and your agility better. Small things like that all come together to make you better.
Yeah, like you say, it's a Sunday and y'all had all these kids out here.
Yeah,
it gotta be good.
Most definitely, it's a Sunday, first things first. So it's a blessing to have the parents to take time out there, probably their off day, to bring the kids out here to get some work. And of course, I know that kids probably inspired by like Trovon Reed and Amik. So I know if I was a parent, I wouldn't want to miss being around those guys, knowing that, Amik about to be leaving and preparing to play on Sundays. Trovon Reed has played on Sundays, played on Saturdays, doing big things in Auburn. So they seen these guys on social media, maybe even TV. So when there's a chance to be around them, especially when they're willing to do what we did today, you definitely want to take advantage of that opportunity.